back in business. Trying to get sufficiently hydrated up in this. Cool. Today's agenda. I think we're just going to be benching, and in terms of rowing, I think I'm gonna better take off my ring so I don't fuck it up. Rowing is either going to be, I'm going to try this on the landmine over the corner. So I probably, that's going to be like a one-arm barbell landmine row. Still, it's still what I feel to be better than just go cable alone. Nothing wrong with a cable, has its place and time, but I feel like I need a bit more mass to be moving that. So, or I should be more accurate with what I'm saying. So I feel like I can actually build more mass and strength with anything that is more of a compound type of a thing. I mean, I did get the cable for a reason, but yeah, I think that's gonna give more bang for the buck. Rows, at least with a pronated grip, is causing the pain here. So I'm wondering if in my wrist, I'm not sure if it's a vein or what it is, but yeah, I gotta work around that somehow. So if I do one-armed stuff with a neutral grip, maybe that helps. So, but we'll have to see. So let's put on this tracking program, and actually, I think I'm gonna kick off with a bit of Theragying, just to loosen up things. Get rid of some of that tightness. I tend to be pretty tight, especially in the morning. It's 6 a.m. right now, so try and loosen up some of this tissue over here. Ooh, that's feeling nice. You know, it's doing good when the area really becomes warmed up, begins to kind of radiate some heat. So that's a good sign. We're really got to work this delt chest area. Ooh, that's painful. But that's feeling really good. So it's not always the case. These massage guns are kind of like, I think you have to work it yourself and experience. See how it works for you, and a lot of it is just like relaxing the nervous system, which for me is a huge thing. Ooh. I usually find that the attachment points at the very edge of the muscle, those are super important. Okay, I'm getting really good radiating heat on the pecs, so that's a good sign. Haven't felt that in in a long time. My biceps are pretty much perma-sore. But I find that getting the biceps also in a good place, it's important for all kinds of pressing, because tightness there again can really affect range of motion. So, okay, going into the pecs here. Yeah. Especially this edge where it connects to the delt, that's super important because a lot of the growth, a lot of the stretch happens in that area. So, all right. Oh. Right, that feels really good. Got some kind of weird bench shoved in here, which cannot be the case. Gotta push it out of the way. Pretty good. So I do my pressing first because I tend to feel strong on pulls anyway. So, and I don't feel strong on pushing movements. So I start with those because I have the most energy, I have the most strength, and then when it comes to the pulling, I always feel like I can get that stuff done anyway. So I start with it feeling fresh and strong, and then I'll do my pulls after. If I do my pulls first, then the pushing stuff, I already feel pretty wiped at that point. So that's really at the heart of this approach. Although I would like to go back to back with antagonistic movements, but I still have not figured out a way of doing that. Although now I think we could, because if I'm using the landmine, I can do that. Although we do have the issue with the weights, which is another issue, because then I either need to shift weights or get double weights. I can't get double weights. I need to shift them around, and I don't mind the actual work of moving them. What I do mind is having a very tight space. It's just quite the hassle to do. Cool. Pretty happy with how that's feeling. Usually when you start getting back into the groove of things, you have a nice couple of weeks behind you of steady lifting. You begin to find your groove. You begin to find your strength. Have energy in a very different way. So I'm pretty happy to be feeling some of that. So with the camber bar, when we have this shape going, you do need to position the bar pre-unracking, because otherwise it's going to be impossible to get under there. But kind of sort of have to lean it against the J-cups. But yeah, I really like the camber bar. This company didn't have a steeper, guess what do you call that? Indentation? I don't know what it's called. And they say you don't really want to or need to, but I think they're coming at it from a more of like a powerlifting perspective, whereas from a bodybuilding perspective, I reckon it could be deeper. But this is already, I think this is 2 inches of more travel. It actually looks like it's way more than that, actually. That's like 3 fingers. How thick is that? I don't know. But it's quite a bit of travel. I really like it. I respond really well to it, so really happy to have that. Actually, in terms of the bar positioning, kind of like to slightly make it lean against the J-cups, and then once you get into position, then you can slightly rotate it to center it, tip it sort of forward a bit to the center, and then from there it's easy to have it be positioned actually in the right place. The center of your palm and also completely facing upwards. Alright. Putting the 20s on finally. Which is taking long enough. Still cannot explain how I could bench more than 20 reps on this with this bar. Not that it's a feat of strength by any means by normal standards, but for me, I don't know how long ago it was now, but maybe a few months ago I could do that, but I still don't understand how that was the case. Probably had a pretty good, decent training routine before that, and I could bang those reps out, but I've basically just been sick after that for a pretty long time, so but yeah, let's try and see what we're looking at here. So we go bench camber bar. No, sorry, I did 65 kg for 20, and I could have easily kept going, but I was passing out. So because blood doesn't apparently go into my head, which would explain a lot when it comes to my life. Okay, so 60 at 12 reps, that feels feels pretty challenging. So what I kind of want to do, I would prefer to stay in the lower rep range now and up the weight, but I don't know if I'm yet feeling strong enough to do that, but we're going to test how this feels, and we're going to go from there, then see where things feel. If this feels kind of good, then I'll probably bang quite a few reps on this, but I don't know. I mean, this is so these things have been fluctuating so much that been very touch and go. That's interesting. It's a lot better than I expected. So 15. All right, I'll take it. That's pretty good for where we are. Getting a really good sense of like stretch here in the center of the pecs. I'm seeing lights, so excuse me while I gather my thoughts. Yeah, the camber bar, that's a great piece of kit. That feels so different from normal barbell. So, really good for hypertrophy. Good stuff. All right. So that's my pushing for today. So right now I'm really aiming for one working set per movement per day. So I sort of warm up and build to that, and then I go pretty much not all out, but do a probably say like a 90% effort. Trying up the intensity so that I can actually let my nervous system recover from these. But I aim to be here on as many days as possible. All right, so let's get the camber bar back in here. I actually want to position a second camera over here and then have it and set up some kind of macro or whatever makes it work, where it sort of automatically, not sort of, where it automatically bounces between the two cameras, just for variety, just for something to make this a bit less tiring to look at. So all right, yeah, I think we're gonna do the landmine stuff. So we're gonna take the normal barbell here. Come on, get in there. There we go. I'm gonna put it down here. Yeah, I don't think there's really much of a way for you to see this, but I don't think I'm going to move things around just to make this marginally more interesting to look at. Alright, so apparently my back is still pretty sore from the pull-ups we did last time, and also I did a few Romanian deadlifts with a dumbbell, with one dumbbell at a time. So I don't know, maybe that also did something, but pretty sore. So I'm gonna go super light on this, but I'm gonna try and do a ton of reps. So that's pretty much the plan for this. Thinking about the weight here, but because if I had a ton of those 1 kilo plates, I could fit so many of those here. Probably at least 15 kilos. That would be pretty good for getting some traveling distance for the barbell here, but it's not too bad even with these plates when you find the angle. So let's see. Cool. So we're also obviously going to do the left side, but I think that's going to be it for the rows. It's so my back is still pretty wrecked. So what we did for the bench to secure it, still recovering from the pull-ups, is just counterproductive to go too hard on this, but ooh, good. All right, so we got the arms to sort out here. And that's it. I think still gonna go with cable because I'm thinking whether I want to do the biceps with the easy curl. But it is a hell of a lot more taxing. Oh. There we go. Put this barbell back in the rack. Yeah, we're actually going to do the biceps with the easy curl. Just let's there we go. Check what we've done before. So bar is 10, so we're going to put tenors on. There we go. And then the question is, how do we want to do this? Last time we did 33, so if you do 34, see what happens. There we go. Yeah, this, not gonna lie, this is probably gonna be pretty heavy. Actually, before we get into that, we're gonna do our triceps, so. So we're going to load 5 kg on here. Which is expected to be pretty tough on a one arm tricep push, but it is what it is. Plus, obviously, the sled, which is at least 10. I don't know how much it is actually, but tough to grind through. But my thinking is just to go through the reps, no matter how long it takes. I'll obviously do as many as I can in a row, but if I can't, that's fine. I'll just reset and try and do another good rep and go from there. Shit. Still got one. Didn't make it. Oh, there we go. So, and also, I'm trying to reset my grip as high up here as possible because it's kind of slick and you get sweaty. And when you're obviously putting a lot of force into it, you tend to slide. So, cool. That's definitely pretty tough. So let's put the weight back. These fibers. Then we have this bad boy to wrestle with. Definitely some blood in the triceps right now. Grinding through these reps on the easy curl. It's not easy. Not easy stuff. Do it. That has to be it for today. That goes somewhere deep in the nervous system. Just absolutely destroys me. Just feel like everything is burning. And like, can't believe what this does to your grip. Like, my grip is also screaming and burning. Trying to hold on to that. If you keep like a very straight wrist and you do this very strict, I just love it as an exercise. I mean, I know a lot of people give it shit, but it's just such a nice strength type of a thing. Obviously with also tremendous hypertrophic qualities as well. It's such a good movement. I just love it. I love the way it feels. Let's get this stuff back in its place. There we go. Another session done. Good session. Got some good benching. Rows, not so much because still recovering from the previous back work, but that's good. Maybe that aids in recovery a bit. And yeah, good arm training. So that's it for today. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Finished.